And I'd like to offer you all a very warm welcome to Chateau Challain. And we're gathered here today to witness the marriage of Eoin and Ana, to share their joy and to celebrate their love.
O amore è sempre paziente e gentil. Love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. Love is never boastful or conceited. It is never rude or selfish. It does not take offence and is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure in other people's sins, sometimes, but delights in the truth. It is always ready to excuse, to trust, to hope, and to endure whatever comes. Love does not end. Una bense irlandesa antiga, an old Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May rains fall soft upon your fields. E a nos antrobas novamente, qui Deus vos guarda na palma de sua mão. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.
Thank you.
We celebrate this unique time in their lives and make it meaningful by entering into it in an attitude of respect for their deep commitment to each other.
We know asking everybody to travel to France was a bit of an ask. We could have had it in Portugal, we could have had it in Ireland or the UK, but we just sort of decided to punish everybody equally and drag you all over here. So, as I've mentioned, a lot of you have travelled. There's been people from Ireland, the UK, from Madeira, from the USA. So, the effort has been absolutely outstanding. It's been immense, and it means just so much to us to have you all here.
I had this very rare pleasure to watch you growing up from a little baby to the man you are today. And you cannot possibly know how proud your mum and I are of you and what you've achieved so far. And for you folks, just to let you know a little bit about Eoin and the sort of person he is. At the age of 11, he wrote a handwritten letter to Richard Branson telling him that he admired him as an entrepreneur and he intended to emulate him. And Richard Branson wrote back a handwritten letter saying, "Come on." So this says a bit about Eoin. And the same gentleman was nominated as Entrepreneur of the Year in the final year in secondary school. And I think he's progressed on from there. So we're both very proud of that.
I know if the roles were reversed and you were standing here, you wouldn't need a script or a gimmick like me. As head of the Conroy Kids, you've always had a natural gift for riffing, creating funny images in our head, generally being hilarious, and in the same conversation, you have this gift for turning and discussing very serious topics that affect our society or our morals, our families, and the people we can be. Go. You've always had a huge influence over our lives growing up. And I don't know if that was out of obligation of being the big brother or just how wonderful our parents raised you to be.
As an older sister, when Anna was as a child, we of course had the responsibility of being role models and try to lead by example, encouraging her to keep her bedroom tidy. Leaving food under your bed is not acceptable. Be back home when mum expects you to be home. Do your homework in time. Go to lessons will be a start. One thing that we never did say is that borrowing your sister's things without asking, it's okay. Definitely not okay to break a hairbrush in poor Izzy's head. Stabbing your sisters with pencils. I don't even know what happened to the hamster.
I mean, I could mention the days of DJ Avencia, or the time you made an Irish version of Jackass called Gobshite.
Somehow, this role model scenario has reversed. We have learned a tremendous amount from Anna and have now become the ones in awe and with the utmost pride and total respect for this beautiful young lady. Her infectious upbeat, her positivity, her ambition, her ability to talk to anyone and instantly put them at ease, her tenacity, her willingness to unconditionally do whatever she can to help anybody in need and to always go the extra mile. The first time I met Owen, I remember giving him a little bit of a hard time. We had an in-depth discussion. I felt it was important to establish this man's beliefs from the start. Owen, I'm pleased to say, eventually you passed with flying colours.
Yeah, but Anna's probably got a stopwatch under there somewhere because she said 5 minutes, and I know I'm going to. And like when Anna says 5 minutes, she means 5 minutes. But there's a lot of people that don't interpret that, Joe. So
Anna, as Owen's father, I'd like to thank your family for raising such a lovely young woman who loves my son so dearly and whom we love also. You make him happy, Anna, and for that we're all very grateful. It really means so much to us. We've never seen Owen as happy as he is by your side. And now that we both got to know you, we look upon you as our own daughter, and that is meant most sincerely. So welcome to our family.
Everything Ana has been because of a few special people, and so much of herself. She's, the reason I fell for Ana is she's a beautiful heart, she's got a beautiful mind, she's beautifully stubborn as well too. She's got a steely determination and ambition, which can be scary sometimes, but it's incredibly admirable. So more than anything else, I want to thank you for being my partner. I want to thank you for being my happy thought and always my exception. So thank you.
Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say, I love you out loud at least once a day. And it's a common search for the good and the beautiful in each other. It's doing things for each other not in an attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in a spirit of joy. And it's never going to sleep angry. It's not expecting the husband to wear a halo or the wife to have the wings of an angel. And it's not looking for perfection in each other, it's cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humour. It's having the capacity to forgive and not to bring it up later. It's speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways, and giving each other an atmosphere in which each of you can grow. It's not only marrying the right partner, it's being the right partner. Do you, Eoin, offer yourself wholly and joyfully, and do you choose Ana as the person with whom you will share your life in laughter and in tears, in conflict and tranquility, loving what you know of her and trusting what you do not yet know?
I do.
Do you, Ana, offer yourself wholly and joyfully, and do you choose Eoin as the person with whom you will share your life, in laughter and in tears, in conflict and tranquility, loving what you know of him and trusting what you do not yet know?
I do.
And will you, the families and friends of Eoin and Ana, support and uphold them in their marriage now and in the years to come? That's good.
You know, marriage is a bit of an adventure, and it's full of surprises and twists and turns along the road. And as someone who's been married for a very long time, I'm still on this exciting journey, you know. It never gets boring. And especially if you're married to somebody like Alice, it will never, ever get boring. My hope for you, Eoin and Ana, is that you find the same comfort in each other that myself and Alice have found in each other every day. And if you feel lost, look to each other for support and guidance. When you feel happy, having achieved a dream, share it. It's very important. You're at the beginning of a long journey together, and I wish you both the very best of luck and happiness along this long journey.
I can't not say a few words about how incredible this lady is next to me. And some of you will know this, some of you won't know this, but I met Ana on Plenty of Fish, which is really weird because I hate fish. And but you know that was kind of a unique So I saw Anna's photo and I thought, oh, she's pretty something special. The first time we met was at Victoria Station, and it was overcast and it was showery. It didn't rain any time that she stood outside. I thought that was kind of weird. And we booked the Oxo Tower, and we walked up onto the balcony where we were waiting for our table, and amazingly the clouds broke, the sun came through, fireworks went off in Somerset House. I took credit for organising the fireworks. The rain stopped and I couldn't wait. I just kissed her, and I said, I'm not waiting for after dinner, right? Because who knows how that conversation will go. So I just kissed her, and so we walked back to the car with an umbrella, and it just started raining, the two of us walking under the umbrella along the south bank by the river.
So a few years ago, when we finally became aware of these two dating, we knew she was special, because this Sphinx was actually smiling publicly. As loving as he is, PDA isn't something Eoin doesn't do. I'm not sure if it was said to you, Anna, or if we have said it enough to you, but back in Ireland, we were all gobsmacked that Eoin's Facebook was suddenly saturated with pictures, not just only of the girl he was seeing, but of pictures of you kissing. Someone had actually broken the spell. Before that, the only girls Eoin had showed this much affection for were his family and his cars. And we... And when we met you, and in person, Anna, well, you simply exceeded any and all expectations. In fact, you're nearly a better female version of Eoin. And we would easily trade you any day for him. It wasn't long after that we all sort of agreed that we had to have you as part of our family. And if Eoin didn't lock this down, we were going to disown him, essentially. I said earlier on that Eoin deserves to be happy and find someone special. He did, and he is. And I know that now that he's found you, he's going to work tirelessly to make sure that you are too. You are family, you are now family. Well, you've been for a while before that, but you know. And I wish you nothing but the best, as I would my own sister. So all that's left is to welcome you to our family and to apologise for that very fact.
Before this moment, you've been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, travel companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you've learnt much from one another in these last few years. And now you're going to say the symbolic vows that take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, look, this is my husband. And you shall say to the world, look, this is my wife.
I, Eoin, take you, Anna, as my wife, and I promise to be always faithful, in joy and in pain, in health and in illness, and to love you and to honour you every day of my life.
I, Anna, take you, Eoin, as my husband, and I promise to be always faithful, in joy and in pain, in health and in illness, and to love you and to honour you every single day of my life.
I don't know you, but I want you all the more for that. And words fall through me and always fool me, and I can't react. And games that never amount to more than they're meant will play themselves out. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You make it now.
Don't listen to respond, listen to understand. Marriage isn't 50-50, you both have to give it 100%. Treat one another like best friends first.
Go back and moves that take me.
The secret to a long, successful relationship and a happy marriage filled with love and laughter is listen to your wife.
You have suffered enough and warred with yourself. It's time that you won. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You've made it now. Falling slowly, sing your melody. I'll sing it loud.
Some debate years ago about stem cell research and the origin and the meaning of life and when life begins. And the BBC presenter Jeremy Paxman, which some of you may know, he presented on the Panorama programme, a whole programme on stem cell research. So we asked Cardinal Murphy O'Connor, when did life begin? And Cardinal Murphy O'Connor said that it was the view of the Catholic Church that life began the moment the sperm and the ovum met, and that life started from that very moment. And the Reverend Rowan Williams said there was a view of the Anglican Communion that life began from the moment that the infant, the child, could have an independent existence from its mother. And then he asked the Rabbi Julia Neuberger, and she thought about it for a moment, and she said, "It is my personal opinion that life begins the moment the mortgage is paid and the kids go off to college."
First off, I just want to thank the beautiful bridesmaids who are scattered around the room here today, and they all look absolutely stunning. I think you'll all agree, and have done a fantastic job. Eve, Laura, I mean, seriously, come on, that was just unfair that you did that. There's no way I could compete with that. Natasha, I want to thank the bridesmaids for keeping Anna cool, calm, and frankly for convincing her to marry me, actually, to go through with it. thank my groomsmen for wearing suits and for actually keeping them on, so far. Yeah. Barry, Tom, Dave and Brian, my brother, one of my best friends, and he's always been my best man, not just today. Brian meticulously organised what he called a gentleman's retreat, which was to the Algarve and not to Chernobyl as he threatened. I want to thank the parents, Gret and Manuel, who are sitting over there. Eu entiendo co o passada nai sempre foi fácil ao longo dos anos, mais atrevidas, dos altos e baixos, e Ana foi trazida para a minha vida, e por isso estou grato. Obrigada pela minha esposa, eu sempre vou cuidar dela. So, thank you. Thank my incredible mother and father, Alice and Liam, for among countless other things, welcoming in Anna with open arms and hearts and for giving me every joy and opportunity and guidance, love and support in life, more than anybody could ever ask for, and I've been so blessed to have that. You've done so much for me and for us, and if I can ever make my family as proud as I am of you, then I'll have truly achieved something, so thank you for that. And I need to make a special mention, actually, a sort of a call out to my grandmother Lucy, who travelled all the way to be here today, and that means an awful lot, and I think you know that.
I would also like to take a moment to remember some people who unfortunately are no longer with us, including our father, who would undoubtedly be a very proud dad today, because I'm sure we all agree Anna looks utterly stunning.
Anna, take this ring as a symbol of my love and fidelity.
Eoin, take this ring as a symbol of my love and fidelity.
The grass is greenest when you water it. This incredible journey will have its up and downs. Happiness will come and go. So just remember to do the things which intentionally make you happy. It's the little things that count.
Okay, Ana and Eoin, it gives me great pleasure to declare that you are husband and wife together. Congratulations. And now finally, Eoin, you may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. and Mrs. Conroy.